Hello everybody and welcome back to the SRL F1 2014 Season 2 Championship. We're here in Bahrain for round 6 of the championship, and joining me here in the commentary box is Sandro Doulis.
Hello everybody, we are here in the desert of Bahrain and we are looking forward to this great race in nighttime.
Yeah, so the Bahrain circuit, 15 turns, 5.4 kilometers. It has some slow and technical parts, also has some fast and flowing parts. I personally like the track. What about you, Sandro?
Yeah, I really like the track. It's a bit tricky, like the second sector with this hard braking zone for the stubborn right-hander, but yeah, it's, many drivers like this track.
Yeah, me too. It's a very interesting circuit, and I think it will throw up some interesting races as well, like today for the race. So in season 1, Sandro Doulis managed to take out the win. So yeah, we'll see how it's going to pan out for this race. So yeah, without further ado, let's see how the boys did in qualifying. So here we can see the qualifying results then. So Francis McKinn managed to take pole position with Sandro Doulis only half a second behind in second place, Pedro Mesquita in third, Alex Vanacchetti in fourth, Dion Staal in fifth, Andrew Heff in sixth, and Yannick Verpeten in seventh. Niek van Gelder unfortunately disconnecting from the qualifying session. So yeah, that is pretty unfortunate, but he does have the free tire choice as to whether he wants to start on primes or option tires. So that's going to be interesting how that pans out.
Yes, definitely, and I think Niek van Gelder has definitely got the pace to get at the front of the field. He will probably fight for a podium position.
Alright, so here we are for the race then. We can see Francis McKinn starting for pole position and Niek van Gelder starting in 8th place. So yeah, we are waiting for the 5 lights now. And it looks like Niek van Gelder is putting his engine down into lean mix. Now he keeps it in standard, but 5 lights are going on now, and as they're out, we are away, and away we go now for round 6. Lost connection to Dion Staal already. That is very unfortunate for Dion Staal there, but ranging into turn 1 now we have Yannick Verpeten on the left hand side of Niek van Gelder, and oh they touch a little bit there, and Niek van Gelder almost lost it as Yannick Verpeten has a poor exit there out of turn 2, and Niek van Gelder takes P6.
McLaren dropped down the order. Yes, here we are on board now. It's Alex. Alex dropped down the order a bit. I think he had contact with Sandro. Oh, contact with Andrew now.
Ooh.
Oh dear, that's not a good first sector for Alex Vanacchetti.
No, that was very dangerous. He was lucky there to don't spin out. As we see Alex Vanacchetti now going up the inside of Andrew Heff. Here we are on board with him again as he puts his brake bias down into the rear bias. As we now break down for turn 7, we have Sandro Doulis in front of him. So Alex Vanacchetti now up into P4 and Niek van Gelder up into P5. And he is actually starting on the prime tires. Now on board with Sandro Doulis going through turn 10. Looks to have been pretty well so far. Sandro Doulis in 3rd position, chasing down Pedro Mesquita.
Yeah, I think he will try to make a move down the first corner, use a slipstream.
Alright, we have a little replay here of I think what's going to be the start. Yes, on board with Sandro Doulis. So he's following the poor man Francis McKinn into turn 1 as he dives at the inside. Oh, they're gonna touch. Oh, they touch a little bit there. But Sandro Doulis actually led Francis back through. So that is very fair driving by the Greek driver. Yeah, made a little mistake, but yeah, regained the position. But now actually he also lost the position to Pedro Mesquita, and he tried to get it back there on the inside of turn 4, but wasn't able to in the end.
And over here we can see Sandro Doulis trying to make a move on Pedro, but I think he failed.
Yeah, he did. So now live back into the action again on the start of lap 2. We're on board with Niek van Gelder now in P5 still.
Side by side. Side by side with Pedro Mesquita there.
Yeah.
I think Alex is going to join the battle as well. Nice freeway battle here through this messes. And now Niek van Gelder joins the party. Really cool riding there. And oh, Pedro went wide there. Sandro tries to make the switchback move around the outside. Left-hander there. Sandro Doulis around the outside. Can he go? Yes, he got the traction and he's through. Nice move there for Sandro Doulis, who's now in 3rd position.
Yeah, now Niek van Gelder as well going past Alex Benechetti. He got a very good exit out of the slow hairpin corner. And now Niek van Gelder runs a bit wide and Alex Benechetti is having a look up the inside and he's passed again. But Niek van Gelder goes up into race mix and Alex runs a bit wide. So now Niek van Gelder is up into 4th position, just behind Pedro Mesquida. Yeah, this is a very nice battle here on the start of lap 3 for this Bahrain Grand Prix. Niek van Gelder still in the slipstream of Pedro Mesquida as he puts his engine back down into standard mix. He dives up the inside there, just about able to still make the corner. And as Francis McKinn sets the fastest lap of the race in the lead of the race. And now Niek van Gelder is just behind Sandro Doulis. Right, let's look at the little replay here. Yeah, this is.
Sandro and Pedro made a bit of contact there, but everything's fine.
Yeah, it looked like. Oh, there was contact between Sandro and Alex there. But still, very lucky for Alex to keep it on the track there. Sandro Doulis and Pedro Mesquida still going side by side now as they break down for the hairpin corner. Yes, they will. So there we can see Niek van Gelder overtaking Alex. But then Niek van Gelder ran a bit wide and Alex's position took the position back briefly. But then he ran wide, trying to leave a bit too much space there. And he is now back into 5th. Oh, he hit the ball out there.
That's why I saw this on the timing table, because he was not in 5th place anymore. So Andrew Hefton is Sandro.
Yeah, that's right. So Alex Benechetti now falling down back into 6th position. Oh, they almost touch. Going through the final corner. Now Alex is gonna try to get in the slipstream of Andrew Hef and he overtakes him now on the start of lap 3 and DRS will be enabled on this lap, so that's going to be interesting for sure.
So now on board with Niek van Gelder again, who is now behind Sandro Doulis. So really good 3 laps from Niek van Gelder, who was starting in last place. He's already in the podium positions.
He was trying to go up the inside there through the quick left-right chicane, but he just backed out of it, and that was a very wise decision. But now Sandro Doulis goes a bit wide, but no, he still has better traction out of the corner.
Yes, maybe he will get now the advantage, and Sandro Doulis runs right there now. DRS of course for Niek van Gelder, and he's through into 2nd place.
Yes, and Niek van Gelder now threw up into 2nd place after starting from 8th place. So and he's still on the prime tire. So Francis is a long way up the road. However, he is on the option tire. So yeah, if Niek van Gelder can maintain a good pace in the 2nd stint, he may fight for the victory again. But we don't know yet.
Yeah, we have to see. Great form by Francis McKinn in the Mercedes since Austria. He is really getting the pace in, getting some good points, and he will probably be a championship contender for this season.
Yeah, he's driving a great pace here in Bahrain. His lead is now over 5 seconds. So yeah, very good driving here by Francis McKinn. As we go into turn 1 now, you can see behind it, that's almost 3 wide into turn 1. So that looked very dangerous as Alex Benechetti sets the fastest time of the race. So let's look at the little replay.
On board with Alex.
Yeah, breaking down into the hairpin. Now I think this is a replay of the battle between Sandro Doulis and Niek van Gelder. And Pedro Mesquida may have been involved in this as well, as we can see Sandro Doulis there going a little bit wide, and that allows Niek van Gelder alongside him now, as Niek van Gelder took the position. Alex Benechetti had DRS of Pedro Mesquida, as Pedro actually looks up the inside of Sandro Doulis, but Alex Benechetti breaks very late, tries to hang it around the outside of Pedro Mesquida. Will he be able to make it stick? It turns for the inside for this corner, and Alex Benechetti now up into 4th place, going purple through the 2nd sector as well. Now in the slipstream of Sandro Doulis, and he's going up the inside as we come up to the final corner. Will he be able to break later into the final corner? Sandro Doulis tries to hang it around the outside, but Alex Benechetti now maintains P3.
Yes, that's the battle we saw in the mirror from Niek van Gelder. And I think Sandro now tries to go around the outside because Alex is going defensive. And now Pedro joins the party. Down the inside, a bit too late. They made contact, and Sandro Doulis is the winner of this battle.
Yeah, now Alex Benechetti has a poor exit, so will that allow Pedro Mesquita alongside him? It doesn't look like it, no. So Alex Benechetti maintains 4th position now on board with Sandro Doulis. This is still a replay, so this isn't live action yet. We can see Alex Benechetti there going up the inside, and here we can see it from Alex Benechetti's on board as well. So Alex Benechetti now up into P3 and Sandro Doulis down into P4.
Yes, Sandro Doulis is, you will probably see he's better driving right now than in the previous races because he got a new wheel and he's feeling really confident with his new wheel. So he will probably be a contender for the victories in the next few races in this league.
Yeah, and we also saw there Alex Benechetti running wide through the hairpin, and Pedro Mesquita took the position back briefly, but now Alex Benechetti has taken P3 back again. So Alex Benechetti now back up into P3, with Niek van Gelder trying to pull away in P2.
Yes, and we are already in on lap 5, so in a few laps we will see the first pit stops of the option tire guys, so that allows Niek van Gelder and the two McLaren boys to go through Francis and Sandro, who will went into the pits, and you can see there it's a really dangerous curve there on the exit of this corner. Niek van Gelder was stuck on it. It's a bit glitched there, but yeah, luckily he didn't spun out.
No, yeah, the curbs around its track are certainly very dangerous, and sometimes it can throw you out and spin you out or something. So that's definitely something to look out for in this race as we open up lap 6 of the race now, and we can see Alex Benechetti actually closing down on Niek van Gelder into turn 1. So both of these drivers started on the prime tires, so yeah, they both will have a benefit over the rest of the field once they put on their option tires.
Yes, so we can see on the right side, Alex is going to pit on lap 8. So that means we will probably see the option tire guys pitting on this lap now. And Alex Benechetti is taking a pretty strange line through the S's there in sector 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a track extend there.
Yes, but it's fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
And he's chasing down the gap to Niek van Gelder.
As we look at the replay now, this is the start from Alex Benechetti, so the action in the race has died down a little bit, so let's look what happened in Alex Benechetti's onboard. So coming into turn 1 now.
Everything's still fine, and now we can see the contact between,
Ooh.
He got a little hit from his teammate.
Yeah, it was almost the same as what happened between Yannick Verpeten and Niek van Gelder in the first corner.
Yes, and on the same replay we saw the contact between Sandro and Francis.
And here,
and there's the second contact.
yeah, we already saw that in the live timing of course, so yeah, and Verhef and Alex Benechetti having a little bit of contact there. As Alex Benechetti now goes up the inside, we already saw this from Niek van Gelder's point of view, but we haven't seen this yet from Alex's point of view. So and here we can see this is still lap 1. We can see Niek van Gelder going up the inside there of Andrew Hef for P5.
Yes, and now it's the battle between the two McLaren guys. It seems like Pedro went a bit wide there, and Alex is a bit of lag there. Alex has got a purple first sector. It seems like Pedro's tires are already wearing out a bit because he looks a bit slower and makes many mistakes. Maybe Alex Benechetti will try and go here around the outside. No. Now the switchback move to the DRS straight. DRS for Alex Benechetti. He is in rich mix. Side by side to enter the next corner. Pedro has got some front wing damage, I saw. And now he makes it stick. Alex Benechetti is now in second place behind Niek van Gelder because Francis McGinn was in the pits.
Yes, so the both of the prime guys are now leading race. Actually, the entire top three is now on prime tires, but it's in on lap 7 now, and actually Alex Benechetti goes in for the undercut.
Interesting move. He tries the undercut against Niek van Gelder and his teammate.
Yeah,
I hope McLaren's said this is okay because yeah, they are both teammates. So let's see how this turns out. He needs a good outlap now.
yeah, and Niek van Gelder needs a good in lap now because he needs to push. Because if he doesn't, he probably lose the position to Alex.
Yes, so this is now the deciding part of
Ooh,
the
bit of a
race.
corner cut there. Probably
GG.
trying to push a bit too hard, but luckily got away with it. Bit of oversteer there on the exit, but yeah, Alex Benechetti going for the undercut. That is a very wise move from him because he is now on the softer and fresher tires.
Yes, and now Sandro Doulis goes into the pits onto the prime tires. So Alex Benechetti went is the same amount of laps than Sandro Doulis did on the option tires. So very interesting. He will now have many laps on the option tires to push.
Yeah, and actually Niek van Gelder still stays out there on lap 7. So as we open up lap 8, this is now his scheduled stop. So yeah, Niek van Gelder staying out longer compared to the rest of the field. As we now see Sandro Doulis on board again, and he is now already on the prime tires. So yeah, he's now currently opening up lap 8 of this race.
This is a mistake from Niek van Gelder because now Alex Benechetti will have 2 more laps on the soft tires to push. It's really interesting right now. We have to see.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out and who's going to come out of the pits in front. So, well, probably Francis will be still leading, but who is going to be second as Niek van Gelder makes his pit stop? And also, in this phase of the race, Francis will be on primes, and Alex and Niek van Gelder will be on fresher and softer tires. So, Niek van Gelder will be on the freshest tires of everyone in the field. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. Now on board with Sandro Doulis again, briefly, as we can see Niek van Gelder now coming through turn 10. And a bit of oversteer there on the exit, really trying to push very hard on his in lap here because he really needs to. But yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, it looks like that Francis is looking really comfortable to win this race because his gap to the gap between Niek van Gelder, the direct leading car right now, and Transmission is 13 seconds, so that's more than a pit stop. It's less than a pit stop. And now Niek van Gelder goes into the pits.
Yeah, Niek van Gelder into the pits on lap 9 of 14 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. He will be going onto a set of option tires now, as he has a nice 3.7 second pit stop. But where's Alex? He is now currently in second position, so Francis has already jumped in. But where's Alex coming down the home straight now? There he is on the outside. Who's going to come out in front of him? It looks like Alex is out. This is going to be close, but Alex just about goes in front of him.
So that means that the outlaps and from Alex and the in-laps from Niek should be like the same. It's really interesting because Niek was on worn out prime tires. So really great qualifying laps from Niek van Gelder.
Yeah, but also a great outlap from Alex Benechetti because he certainly drove very well to get out in front of Niek van Gelder. But Niek van Gelder now has the fresher tires though.
Yeah, we saw this. Alex Benechetti locked up into this left hand right there. That happens really often.
Yeah, that's a really tricky corner. It's a really tricky corner. It's
two braking points for this turn. Like turning in and then have to brake. Really difficult.
yeah, you really have to trill brake it in there. It's indeed very easy to lock up your brakes, even on F1 2014. Oh, what is happening? His screen is freezed. Oh, Niek van Gelder has disconnected from the race. That is really unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he disconnected. That is really
That's so
unfortunate.
unlucky.
for the second time in a row. He already disconnected from qualifying, and now his screen has frozen and he disconnected from the session. You can see the confirmation on the bottom of your screen. So Niek van Gelder is truly out of this race now, and that is really unfortunate because he looked good to take a good result there in this sixth race of the championship. But now it is between Alex and Francis, and maybe even Pedro. Oh, he locks up into the hairpin. Oh, Alex is spun round. That is very unlucky for Alex. And now Pedro Mesquita takes P2.
Like I said, this corner is really, really tricky. He went right, and I think he just accelerated a bit too early and like had not enough traction, then spun out. He didn't lose that much time, but of course the main happening is right now that Niek van Gelder disconnected. It's really, really unfortunate for the Haas guy. It's only his second race, and he was doing so well to start from last position as fighting for second place.
Yeah, so now let's look at the replay. So we can see the battle between Sandro Doulis and Pedro Mesquita here as we come down into turn 1. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? It looks like it's Sandro, but no, Pedro Mesquita holds it around the outside there, and Pedro Mesquita maintains speed 2 for the taking, but Sandro Doulis now tries to get it back up the inside as we come up to turn 4. Is he going to make it stick? Is he going to break later? Yes, he does. That was a very late move by Sandro, and he actually pulls over and lets Pedro Mesquita back through there. So again, just like on the first lap, very fair driving there from Sandro Doulis.
Yes, I think he broke too late again, like on turn 1. He still has to get used to his new wheel with the braking, because he has to set the braking points like completely different to the pad. And now we can see battle between them again on the back straight there.
Yeah, still going side by side. Pedro has his front wing just alongside the rear tires of Sandro Doulis, but it looks like Sandro Doulis now maintains P2 for the taking. And now we're on lap 13 of 14. Sandro Doulis now into P4 actually, as he goes a bit wide now through turn 4, and that is going to allow Andrew Heff now up the inside, and it looks like he has taken a position. So Sandro Doulis is now back into P5 on the penultimate lap of this race.
And he tries to go down the inside there. Really, really cheeky move there from the Greek boy, and he made it stick. It's a bit like Russia again. Sandro and Andrew fighting for 4th position.
Yeah, in Russia it didn't really work out as Sandro Doulis actually spun out of that race, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Sandro Doulis now up to 4th position. Very good move he made that very late, but still managed to make it stick. As yeah, actually before Alex Benechetti spun out, he looked very likely to challenge Francis for the win, but now he has just lost too much time. And Pedro Mesquita is now pulled away by almost 7 seconds.
Really, really good pace from the Mercedes car. And oh, now Andrew looked down the inside, and I think he nearly spun. He hit the sideboard from Sandro Doulis.
Yeah, and this is actually already the final lap, so Francis McKinn has won this race. As you see, Alex Benechetti now coming home in 3rd, and this is now the battle for 4th position. It looks like Andrew Heff has fallen back a bit too far to make a move into the final turn, so it looks like Sandro Doulis will maintain P4 here for this Bahrain Grand Prix.
Yes, he's too far back to get this 4th position. Congratulations to Francis McGinn and Mercedes, of course.
Yeah, so after this really eventful Bahrain Grand Prix, here we can see the race results up on screen. So Francis McKinn managed to take out the win with Pedro Mesquita in 2nd place, as Alex Benechetti took 3rd place there, Sandro Doulis in 4th, Andrew Heff in 5th place, Yannick Verpeten in 6th, and Niek van Gelder and Dion Staal, both the Dutchmen, disconnecting from the session.
And these are the driver standings. Alex Benechetti is leading the way in front of his teammate Pedro Mesquita, already a bit pretty comfortable lead. After behind them is Francis McGinn and Sandro Doulis, and then we see Sandro Grant, who is already far back.
Yeah, and in the constructors we can see McLaren with 207 points on the top of the table, with Ferrari in 2nd place and Mercedes in 3rd. So yeah, it's looking to be a very competitive championship so far this season. So that has been it for this race, round 6 of the SRL F1 2014 Season 2 Championship. The next round will be in Germany at the Hockenheim Ring. So yeah, that's also a very interesting circuit.
Yes, it will be. I'm looking forward for this race. And you? What about you?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that race, and it should be a great one, just like here in Bahrain. So yeah, that's been it for this race. I've been Niek van Gelder, and Sandro Doulis, thank you very much for commentating with me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So join us next week for the Hockenheim Ring Grand Prix.